What's up, YouTube? PokePrimer here, primed and ready to deliver you our Week 6 battle here in the BTA Season 8. This week we are taking on Fish and the Toledo Wooloo. You can see the team that we are bringing here. The Volcanion, Amoonguss, Mega Absol, Raikou, Armaldo, and the Licky. If you missed our team builder yesterday, please go ahead and check that out for more details on sets we brought, why we brought them, etc., etc. Excuse me. You can see Fish decided to bring the Golbat, the Melodic, the Kartana, the Magneton, the Mega Camerupt, and the Serena. This is not going to be an easy team for us to break through, because looking at the matchup, obviously, like, Scarf Raikou puts in a lot of work here. Rips through these two, rips through Kartana because it's so frail. Can catch Magneton with the Aura Sphere. And, like, you know, we just got to get rid of these two first. So that's going to be a priority, but it's going to be, I'm sure it's not going to be easy. Fish is one of the top-notch guys here in this league. So it's going to be difficult, to say the very least, to, you know, get past him, but I think we can pull it off. We'll see what happens. Let us see what happens. Let us see if that is the case. So let's hop right in. He's going to lead with the Melodic as I lead with the Amoonguss, so it's already a good situation starting off, as he's going to switch out into the Golbat as we just go for a Giga Drain. Just get a little bit of chip on that Golbat. He's going to U-turn out and get the Rocky Helmet as we go for the Spore into the Serena switch in. I'm going to switch out into Licky here as it goes for the knockoff. Not too big of a deal. We lost our leftovers, which it sucks, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. I go for the Flamethrower here. Now, hindsight 2020, obviously knockoff was the play, right? Every time, knockoff was the play. I clicked Flamethrower because I was like, wild assumptions, like maybe he'll go Kartana or something, and think he can just sweep right now. Because if he has Psycho Cut or whatever on his Kartana, he can easily rip through my team at any point he wants to. So, yeah. So I went for the Flamethrower, just like on the off chance that he might switch maybe into Magneton or something. I don't know. We get the burn. And that burn cost us the whole game. That burn is so crucial. Because, one, he's not the Flame Orb Marvel skill set. So that's very important. That's very important to note. Because, we specifically have, like, sub-toxic, or I think we have just Toxic Protect on Volcanion. I don't remember if we have sub or not. But yeah, we have Toxic Protect on our Volcanion, specifically so that we can catch this on a switch-in and beat it. The entire purpose of the set was to beat Melodic. And getting that burn completely ruins that. So 10% chance for Flamethrower to burn, ladies and gentlemen. It never happens when you need it to. But when you absolutely can't afford for it to, it does. So right there, that's going to screw us big time. So I'm freaking out at this point. He's going to Toxic our Licky. I'm just going to set up a Wish. Just going to try to whittle this thing down as best as we can and make it waste its recovers and whatnot. I'm just going to Heal Bell here. Get the Wish back. So obviously now he sees the Heal Bell, so him Toxicking me is going to be a fruitless endeavor. I'm going to knock off its leftovers, so at least the burn's chipping it down a little bit every turn. So he's going to now go hard into the Camerupt as I go into Amoonguss. Now, we don't have to Mega turn 1 in this league. So, with that in mind, I had to switch out there. Because I didn't want to take a Fire Blast from Camerupt at all with my Amoonguss. So I was not having that. There was no way I was going to allow myself to take that. Because Camerupt would outspeed prior to Mega Evolving. Now, I could have stayed in and Spored if he Mega Evolved, and I would have outsped and put him to sleep, and that would have been great. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So, yeah. So Armaldo's going to come in here. He's going to Mega Evolve and go for the Earth Power and chunk the fuck out of Armaldo. I'm just going to Earthquake. It does nothing. Camerupt is so fat. I never realized how bulky Mega Camerupt is, and now I have so many regrets. So I go hard into Volcanion here as, you know, it shows the air balloons. Now he knows that, like, it's not safe. I went for the Shadow Ball there. Like, this is why having Mega Camerupt be alive is such a pain. I also kind of wish I wasn't scarfed at this particular moment. Because I can't safely click Volt Switch. I can't safely click Thunderbolt. Because Camerupt's right there. I would love to have just clicked Thunderbolt there, and I would have just nuked the Melodic entirely. To the point where it can't come in on any Mon, ever, and be safe. So, that would have been great. Unfortunately, that is not the case. That is not what happened here. So, click the Shadow Ball, trying to predict a switch in. Again, we have to do those kind of plays. Unfortunately, as he's just going to Scald us, get a decent little chunk off on us. He's actually going to switch into Serena here as we Shadow Ball once again. We get the Def Drop this time, which is nice. But I'm not going to stay in here as he goes for the U-turn. So I'm flustered, and he's forcing me all over the place. I'm just going to Heal Bell here to get rid of my Toxic. I don't want to be Toxic anymore. He's going to go out to the Camerupt here, as I'm going to go to Amoonguss. I'm just going to Spore the Camerupt to get that thing asleep. I don't want to be dealing with that anymore. And then I go hard into our Absol, as he goes into the Golbat. So, I'm going to Mega Evolve and go for the knockoff here, get rid of his Eviolite, and he just goes for the Tailwind. And then immediately for the Brave Bird, I was not expecting him to just stay in and attack, so I Thunder Waved here. Kind of predicting him to go into something else, but I get the Thunder Wave off, and then I'm going to Sucker Punch him just for the lulz. He goes Magneton. I predicted him to be Scarfed, so I switched out into my Raikou to take that hit as he Volt Switches and goes out to the Camerupt. I wish with my Licky Licky here, and he sets up the Stealth Rocks, and I'm going to go and try to pass that into Volcanion. He goes for Earth Power again, so we get the free switch out into the Volcanion. Losing Armaldo as early as we did really sucks too, because he's our only form of hazard removal this week, which really, really sucks. So, yeah, that really blows. Yeah, so we get a Wish Up here as we knock into the incoming Milotic. We're going to get our Wish back, which is nice. We go to Amoonguss on the Toxic, so that's pretty cool. He recovers here as we just go for a Foul Play, trying to predict the Kartana. Unfortunately, that does not pan out. So he's going to go into Serena as we Foul Play again and get a big chunk of damage off on that thing. Now we're going to go into Licky Licky here as he goes for the Triple Axle. Now, no, Triple Axle would not have killed Licky Licky. I'm 99% sure Triple Axle would not have killed Licky Licky. From the range it was at, it would not have died. And if he hit all three, Serena died to Rocky Helmet. I think actually when I died to 2, I don't remember how much damage Rocky Helmet does. I don't remember if it's 12 or 16% or whatever. I don't remember. But he would have died to Triple Axle had it not happened. But unfortunately, I decided to switch here. I was maybe thinking that he was going to... Like, I was forced to switch against Serena a lot with Amoonguss because I don't want him knocking off my Rocky Helmet. I want that to be there to be able to come in on a Kartana at any point in time, so I don't want to lose my helmet. So I'm going to throw the Wish Up. I'm going to go Volcanion once again. As he goes for the Fire Blast this time, but misses. It's really, really huge for us, so Volcanion's not able to do anything. Or Volcanion's not struggling here at all. And we're able to go right out into Amoonguss once again on the Milotic coming in. Milotic goes for the Ice Beam, reveals it does a lot of damage. I didn't think it was going to do that much damage, but it does a lot of damage. And Giga Drain does not do that much. And we're getting like a decent amount of chip off, but not enough. So we're going to Giga Drain here as the Serena comes in. And he's going to U-turn this time and take the helmet chip. So it is 16%. Good to know. So we go for the Foul Play as the Magneton comes in. So that's pretty cool. We're going to sack off Licky Licky here. He actually Volt Switched this time. I wasn't expecting him to Volt Switch for sure. definitely caught me off guard for sure. So he's going to go Serena here as I go for the Shadow Ball. So I'm going to be able to knock out the Serena, which is nice. But then obviously Camerupt comes in here. He goes for the Fire Blast as I sack off our Absol, because Absol is not really going to do a lot for us here at this point in time. He's going to go hard Kartana as I go for the Spore, which really sucks. He's going to just go straight for the Psycho Cut, get a crit immediately, and that sucks. That's really, really unfortunate. Yeah, that's unfortunate because number one, Psycho Cut. I didn't realize this in prep. I probably should have looked this up. I don't remember if I looked it up or not. But in the game, I didn't realize that Psycho Cut didn't make contact. Which is, in hindsight, obviously it makes sense that it doesn't make contact. But yeah, I didn't think about it in prep and whatnot. So he's not getting chipped by the Rocky Helmet because he clicked Psycho Cut, and that's really, really big. That's very important because now I'm in a bad spot, especially because I just sacked off my Absol. So yeah, that's big. So I have to sack my Amoonguss here. There's nothing else I can do, and just go straight into Raikou. Go for the Aura Sphere and take out the Kartana. So I'm pretty sure he was Scarfed, so that's cool and all. I go Volcanion here as he goes for the Earth Power again, so that works out nicely for us. Then I have to double back into the Raikou here, and he goes Milotic. Now, again, caught in the world of 50-50s. This one really sucks. This one really sucks, because if I had got this turn right, like if he had stayed in and I clicked Thunderbolt, I KO the Milotic, right? Then I can go into I don't think I could have won this, actually. At this point in time, I definitely don't think I could have won this. Like, it would have required a lot of bullshit on my part. If I killed Milotic, right? He goes Magneton. And wins. Like, he could just go Magneton and wins. If he was if he made a mistake and went to Camerupt, then I won. Basically. Like, if I got this play right, depending on what Mon he went into next, was game for either or. Because if he goes Camerupt, right, I switch in Volcanion, who can't die to anything Camerupt does, and I just click Scald. Because Scald will KO the Camerupt, or do an obscene amount of damage to the Magneton and potentially get a burn on it, or whatever. Right? And then, you know, I can pretty much just win from there. Because, why not, you know? I can pretty much win from there. Not a problem. Unfortunately, I get the play wrong again, because this Milotic is just too, like, he was so deep in my head at this point in the game, it was pretty much like, what was I meant to do? Like, he was so deep in my brain, like, there was nothing I could have done. So he's going to be able to take out my Raikou with Ice Beam here, and I'm just going to go into Volcanion here. He's going to miss the Toxic, which is fine. That's pretty much all he can hit me with anyway, so I'm just going to keep spamming Scald. There's nothing really else I can do here. He's going to Toxic me, and that's just going to be GG. Fish is going to pick up a 3-0 win on us here, which really, really sucks. Really, really sucks. I don't... Like, he was so deep in my head, I definitely let it get to me. I definitely let myself get overstressed in this game, and it definitely affected how I played. I definitely played really, really off. and I over predicted way too much. Like, I was so deep in my own head in this one, I just needed to take a breath and like slow down, and I just couldn't do that. I wasn't doing that. So, unfortunately, this is the situation we end up in. We do pick up a big L to fish. So we now go to 4-2 this season with like a plus 16 differential or something like that. So it's still pretty good. We're still doing really well. But we're going to have to really tighten things up so that we don't, continue to get body like this. So our schedule is also very tough going forward. We have a very difficult schedule. So it's not going to be fun. But we got this. We basically play every other really good team in the league right now. All like the people who are like 4-1 going into this week, like we play all of them, pretty much. The only teams we don't play is the undefeated team right now. So that's, if that puts into perspective like how crazy this season is for BTA. Like, we have so many good coaches this season, so many ridiculously good coaches this season. It's like otherworldly how good this season is. So it's going to be a wild next couple of weeks. Next week we actually take on, I'm actually recording this after they dropped, it was originally going to be Benji and the Mischievous Murkrows, but he had to drop due to life reasons, which is totally understandable. Life takes precedence over Pokemon. So now we're taking on Violet and the Milwaukee Mimikyus. So that's going to be a fun time. So we're going to so I wish us the best luck there. I have literally no idea how good Violet is. I have literally no clue what kind of battler he or she is. I assume she, because of the Violet thing, but I don't know. I'm not entirely sure of any of those details. But we're just going to have to do the best that we can and hope that we can pick up a big W next week. And get ourselves back into the runnings again. But anyways, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to leave a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm PokePrimer, signing off. Peace.